All right, so welcome back to Kart Performance. Today we're going to talk a little bit update on the Predator 670 swap we did here on this Club Car DS. So when we put the card in, that was the this engine swap was insane video or something like that. Yes, whatever. Very fun. The video, it just kind of showed us putting it in and what the card does and everything. So let's get on the back side of this thing. Let's talk about some technical problems we've been having with it and an update of what we found out. We'll give you some resolutions so far. And we had some stumbling problems of it running properly. Oh no! This is the old carburetor here, but we did try to take these screw caps out here, we drill them out, and then you can mess with the fuel. So we did try to do that, and we really gave a good effort of actually tuning this carb right. But we could just never get this thing to run actually right. It'd either have idling issues, stalling issues,
always right here, eh?
Every time. I think a lot of it was the carburetor. It is a carburetor because we did find out that there's two different jet sizes in here, a 105 and a 108. I have seen people drill those out and try to make this work, but we just got rid of this altogether because it's a big problem, this factory carburetor. It's not designed for this golf cart application. This thing's designed just to be wide open throttle all the time on like your log splitter or lawnmower. So this variable throttle thing is that this is not really designed for that. So we ditched this, and probably the best thing that we did was we ditched this contraption now. This is the contraption on the side of the motor that has all these different levers and the way it pulls for your throttle and choke and everything, and then also connects to the governor. We've had a really tough time with this, actually trying to get the thing to idle back down, and it was just nothing but nightmares. So we got rid of this as well, and we got rid of the factory airbox. So what do? So the number one thing that we did to this is we put a Mikuni carburetor on here. We got it from Performance 670. Let's check it out. So we ordered this very nice kit here from Performance 670. We ended up with this very nice Mikuni carburetor and this plate, adapting plate that they give us here. Now this thing was not cheap by any means. 360 bucks for this conversion here. Little side note, when you order this, they do not give you a gasket and they do not give you a throttle cable. You're gonna have to add those two things together. We also got this throttle cable from them as well. This was 20 bucks, and we had to order a gasket from RJT. We'll put the link down here to where to get the gasket for this. So once we put this thing on here, it's night and day now. This thing idles right, it immediately fires up, like simple. This thing runs great in that factor right now. However, this is the oil slosh. We had to kind of make our own little catch can here. As you can see, we just got a Coke bottle, and it does kind of spit a lot of oil when you get up in those high RPMs. But this is just some of the things we've done to this so far. We're not really deep into this. We haven't done a whole lot of things here, but we just wanted to kind of give a little update of what we did to make this thing run better. Maybe you're having the same issues. Maybe you got some tips and comments of what you've done with your big block cart swap here. So we'd like to hear it on the channel. So give us those comments, subscribe. Let's get a little discussion going, help people with these swaps. Real quick, what I forgot here, another performance thing you want to do is immediately get rid of the Harbor Freight spark plugs. These things are horrible. Replace them with something good. This helped out a lot in the tuning process. So I just wanted to add that in there. Let's check this thing out. You want a cold engine? This is as cold as it gets. Here,
cold start.
personally, I don't know if this would be my my favorite swap so far. I'm sure there's people out there that love them. Just from what we've experienced so far, I just think, like, unless you need the big torque from the 670, the big block, it's no faster. I mean, the top mile an hour I hit on this thing was 25, 26 miles an hour, and that's wide open, screaming its lungs out. So I guess if you're gonna change your gearing ratio, yeah, you're gonna hit more mile per hour, but on the TXT with the 420, I get the same mile per hour out of it. I mean, this thing gets there faster, yes. I mean, the 670 gets up to speed way faster, but I'm not completely sold on this kit. On this, I don't know. Maybe there's a better motor.
I'd say this Harbor Freight's probably one of the cheaper ones, but again, Performance 670 sells an upgraded motor kit. I believe that's the only route to go with this. Because the only reason you're getting this is really for the power. If you're putting Mikumi carbs and you're, you know, a few thousand into this, I'd just blow the rest, get the upgraded motor.
You're saying just jump this, dive right in.
Yep, if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna do this kit, I would do the upgraded motor.
You're diving right in and you're spending the big bucks.
Absolutely.
You're buying once, crying once.
Yep, buy once, cry once.
Right. I'm going electric.
Yeah, honestly, it's the way to go. 70 volt, so much less hassle. I mean, we lost sleep over this thing, man. We really put in a lot of hours trying to get this thing tuned up and driving right. And any video I've seen on these 670 swaps and these golf carts, they seem to all have that sputtery start, the inconsistent throttle.
Even with this Mikuni carburetor in here, it idles great, it runs great, wide open throttle's great, mid-range is great,
Yep.
It drives good, but that's still that initial,
You
hit
want
this pedal down, it's still like it wants to choke out.
Yeah.
So you gotta kind of feather that throttle.
Yeah, give that load.
Now also too, when Rusty was here tuning the carburetor and everything like that, he said that could change with that. Obviously we're cold right now in
Right.
Michigan, right? It's only 40, 50 degrees in mid-summertime. We could probably tune this thing in to run right. But again, it's just more things you have to dick around with.
100%.
Basically given our experience with this swap. That's where we're at.
Take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it, dude.
All right.